and welcome back to part 2 of my digital storage decluttering video. So I was gonna say at the end of part 1, so please excuse the little interruption there, but so I was gonna say probably we would also keep the order in which to do things, so papers first, and I wanted to mention that screenshots that you took of words would also count as like what I call documents, because they're more like paper. And then maybe pictures of the internet could be like miscellaneous if it's more like a painting, but then photos would be sentimental if they're sentimental. So if that makes any sense, but everyone can kind of figure that out for themselves. But I'm rushing a little because I don't know how much space I have. But I wanted to share with you, I did go through this one, and it just makes sense it brings so much joy. She mentioned it in her book about workspace declutter, and I hadn't really understood how. Also, she said you come off as if you're more on top of things when you keep a tidy space, but I wanted to mention to you, you are more on top of things, because knowing to and how to make those choices for yourself, what needs to happen with which piece of paper, so to speak, in this case files, or deciding it for yourself, and then it does get you on top of things. That means being on top of things. When so then you are on top of things once you make that choice and follow through with the decision. So it is really cool to feel like you're on top of things more, and it does bring joy to look at that because it's looking cute and it's looking so tidy, and I had realized I can let go of quite a lot of things. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to read out to you and talk you through. But so some of them I'm like I've done, and some of them not, and I was just halfway through watching this, but I do things a little bit differently because I do go sometimes by, folder, because to break it down a little so that it doesn't overwhelm me and I don't feel like I can't do this. So how about I read that out to you? This is like my way of doing it, but may have been inspired by things I have picked up along the way, including her method, KonMari. So digital storage. So I realized, photos that don't bring me joy can go. So there was an example, but I mean, it's true for her method, but I hadn't really realized that, yes, they can really go. I can really let them go and feel comfortable with that, because I don't need every single last little photo that I've ever taken, Well, it's not that bad, but what I have here, but still, I don't need, like, all of it, because it's, for the first time, it feels good to like keep in my life what actually brings joy and what I would like to see again. It makes sense. You open that file and you're happy. So I have a lot of nature photos. So I may have many of, for example, like the same flower from multiple angles or something. I could keep what brings the most joy. So it's also true because I do have a lot. I won't really need them all to look at. I won't really look at all of them again because they're quite a lot. But if I have a few that bring me a lot of joy, that would be nice. So this is my goal, It can still be a challenge, I don't know, because I like all of those. I like nature. So I like to look at them, but I do not, it's not realistic to think that I will take the time to look at all of them when they're very similar. So I'll have to pick and choose. Files like documents, I could decide on whether I will still need it in the future going forward. So it makes so much sense. Maybe it's another way of saying that. I hope this doesn't cut off, by the way, the video, because of space reasons. Which is why I'm declaring digital storage. If it does, my apologies, and I might leave it at what I have said. But yeah, I think it may be another way of saying what she said about paper, but I ask myself whether I will need that going forward, and this is how the work folder got so tidy, and this is the first time I have like a work folder, and that I'm feeling good about it, which comes from feeling like you are on top of things, or at least like more. Well, now I feel where it comes to tidying, so that's nice. So for some reason, work didn't bring me so much joy, even like the whole thing of it, and now it's starting to, which is great. So it's really worth it, and that's the new development there. But it came from like how I made my choices, whether I will need this going forward into the future, and then let go of. I want to describe it in more depth, but I'm lacking the words. But that's really, it makes so much sense. It's like you feel lighter. You can let go of what doesn't really belong in your future, or like from now on. Yes, similar thing I will do, or I'm currently was in the middle of. I'm doing for YouTube videos. I will decide by whether I will finish the project and put it online or not, because there are a couple of things where I don't know. Oh, where, well, I will have to decide. So I do know. I won't know when I decide it. But I mean, they're kind of cute memories, but I feel like I came off really wrong, and I said a lot about decluttering, but then it's